I want to talk next about a topic that's near and dear to my heart. It's the idea of figuring out when and how to recognize and reward your employees. Now, most people know intuitively that we're supposed to find the right time to say thank you, the genuine attaboy, the pat on the back. I get that, right? We're supposed to do more of that, right? It always helps. No, it doesn't help unless and until we do it correctly. Now, I could talk about what it means to do it correctly from a lot of different perspectives, but one above all else is my favorite and really does ring true for me, and that is the issue of understanding. The number one rule for recognizing and rewarding employee performance, the number one rule, all recognition and rewards should be contingent on performance. You have to meaningfully link that which you're giving them, the thank you, the pat on the back, the extra night off of work, whatever it might be, meaningfully link it to great performance that led to getting this piece of recognition or reward. We don't do that enough at work. In fact, listen to me, we actually reward people far too much. You heard me correctly. We reward people too much at work. Now, I could get boring, quote a bunch of research, but instead of doing that, what I want to do is tell you a funny story. Well, to me it was funny. I'll let you decide. It's about my oldest son. His name's Paxton. The story started when he was 6. It ended when he was 7. Here's what happened. 6-year-old Paxton, cute kid, very precocious, very creative, good at school, comes home one day and runs up, jumps in my arms, and he's got this medal, bronze medal, dangling around his neck, and it actually looked big because he's just a little guy. And it was cute, and he's grinning, and his mom's standing behind him, and she's grinning. So I asked the obvious question. I said, Pax, where did you get that medal? That looks amazing. And he said, swimming. I melted like parents do, and I said, that's just cool. So what did you do to earn that medal? And he said, nothing, we all got one. And I set him down and I looked at my amazing little boy. At the time he was 6 years old, and I said, that's unfortunate, isn't it, Pax? And he just looked at me, perplexed in a way I can't quite describe to you. I tried to explain to him the beautiful notion of contingent on performance, and my 6-year-old, God bless him, was not impressed, and he walked away thinking his dad was just a little nuts. Now, fast forward into the next year of his life. He's now in the 2nd grade, and he hit another milestone that puts the back end of this story in place. He had a teacher who's very thoughtful and believed in high standards, and we really respect this woman. And she laid out for the kids in 2nd grade, where Paxton goes to school, the fact that standards matter and goals should be tough and you should work hard to achieve them. Each week in her class, they did timed mathematics tests. And she told the kids at the beginning of the year, I'm telling you, I'm going to hold you to high standards. In fact, I'm going to tell you one particular high standard that maybe you can't reach because it's that hard. But if you'll work hard, maybe you could. And if you do, I'm going to give you, and she pulled out, a $5 gift card to Target. Now, $5 might not sound like much to me or to you, but to a room full of 6- and 7-year-olds, $5 is a pot of gold, $1 million in one little card, and they were excited to find out what they had to do to earn this. And she said it's very simple. You know that 3 times a week we're going to do those timed mathematics tests. I'm not sure anyone here will reach the goal I'm going to describe to you because it's very, very difficult. Having said that, here's your goal. If you can finish every single problem on the page with no errors whatsoever in less than 3 minutes, this will be your reward because you will have done something special. This is not easy to do. And she was very clear in her instruction to these little kids. And so the process began. Week after week, they took the tests. Kids did improve. That's wonderful. But no one actually got the whole list complete, no errors under 3 minutes, until week number 7, when my son, Paxton, had a great day. He showed up, did everything at school they told him to do. It came time for the math test. He sat down. His mind was clear and focused that day. He completed every last problem, no errors, whole thing under 3 minutes. And when his teacher found out, she grabbed him and walked him up to the front of the room. She didn't make a huge production out of it, only took about 10 or 20 seconds, but she wanted to make a very clear point for their development. She said to my son in front of everyone, good for you, Pax. You did something amazing. That was not easy. You must have been working very, very hard because you just achieved a difficult goal. Good for you. I want to keep my word. And she pulled out the magic $5 gift certificate, and everyone's eyes lit up and oohed and awed as she handed it to Pax. And Pax sat down. Now, when he got home that day and he ran up into my arms as he always does, he said, look what I got. And I said, what you would imagine. I said, wow, that's great. What did you do to earn that? And he said, I finished the test in less than 3 minutes. I actually earned this, Dad. And I melted with a feeling of positivity I can't explain to you. You know why? Because my 7-year-old son clearly showed me that he understood the simplicity and the power of the idea that recognition and reward should be contingent on performance. You gotta earn it. I'm proud to tell you, my 7-year-old understands what that means far better than many of the professionals that I see at work every day. Gut check time. Ready? How much are you really violating that where you work too often? How much do you look around Cubeland and see that everybody has the same high five award posted on their wall because everyone gets something because that's fair, right? No, you can treat people positive and with respect and still make sure that you hand out all meaningful recognition and reward contingent on performance.